Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smith in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker. And if it's Tuesday, it's a Strat Attack show where we hop into the urban assault vehicle and we go check out what's going on. So, SPY starting off the week, coming back through the broadening formation. So, when things occur matters, all right? And so you're going to see this here. Friday, we go out on the lows, all right? Everything's going to look bad when they go out on the lows. We know that, right? But you come in on this week, boom, 2-2 reversal straight up, coming right back through here. And on the weekly, here's the broadening formation, what it looks like on a weekly, outside bar, right? So the higher high and the lower low of all this. Still an inside week right now, so but fighting back on that try. And if you go to the monthly, all it's really doing is rallying back to nothing land, right? So we're still a 2 up, just, within spitting distance of the opening. So as far as the SPY is concerned, just watching this daily broadening formation to see if we can go back and take out those highs. If we go to the QQQ, and QQQ went RevStrat day today. It's a good note. I'll say this. It was a good month to know what a RevStrat month is. So we'll get to that in a second. But here you go. Inside bar, down, boom, and off she goes. And so the Qs on the month, still that 2 down, 2 up, and going out to the highs. So Q's still leading the charge here. If there's anything challenging here with the diamonds, Dow Jones is not participating at all. You can see it took out last month's lows. It's rallied back into it. And like a lot of things, there's a lot of things that took out a bunch of monthly lows, but here and then pop back in for inside weeks. There's a lot of stuff like that because you were concerned about some transports, and now they're going to go inside week because the transports took out the monthly low. And so then every week you're going to reconfirm or negate that, and you come in here, and now you got a handily inside week there, and there's going to be stuff like Norfolk Southern, still an inside week, and but some of these things, they still down on the month. So we'll pay attention to this, just in case like SPY starts to fail here and starts to come back in. But we're always wondering what the next 2 is. And so like yesterday, when we closed out on the SPY, much closer to taking out the highs than you were the lows, right, after Monday's ripper, right? So it did that. It's still up there like that. So still closer to taking out those highs, we'll see. If we go to the monthlies, like I said, good month to know what a RevStrat is. All right, and let's take a look at Roku. There you go. The inside bar, the poke down hammer, and boom, back through that range, and you can see what Roku has done here. And so also, we always want to know if something works, what's that going to set up? You'll hear me say, what's the next 2? What will that create, negate, or do, right? So you can see last week, here was your 2-2 reversal, right? And that was over 346.12. The RevStrat on the month is over 357.38. But if this works, right, it's going to set that up to take it out, right? Because if you don't have a reversal against you after this, these become an outside bar of that. And if that's true, and that's going to work, that's going to trigger this here over 357.38, which it did, all right? So you always want to be looking down the road. Like one of the analogies I use is like playing pool. Right? When you take a shot, you don't just knock the ball into the pocket. You want to leave yourself another shot, right? So always want to be looking further down the road. If something works, what will that trigger? So you got Roku, you got Peloton here also. The inside month, poke down, and now boom, just coming up today here was a nice RevStrat month over 114. It's there now for the rest of the month as long as it's above that. And once again, if you look at the daily, you're going to see this. The higher high, the lower low, boom, 2-2-2. And if this works, we're going to take these guys out, all right? And if that does, then you're going to trigger the RevStrat at 114 right here. Boom, and off she did. Off she went, so we'll see. We've got Apple just trying to get out of this. Monthly high, 133.84. It's there now. So now Apple's an inside month to the upside. And that's important because we want to watch that with XLK because it's heavily weighted in there with Microsoft, which is already inside month to the upside. If we go to the bios, we had ALNY. Once again, inside month, pokes down, boom, stop all these guys out. And now, on the daily, you got this. It's a 2 down, so you're closer to taking out the high. So that could reconfirm that RevStrat 2-2 style and take these guys out and go back to the highs in ALNY. ILMN here also inside month down, RevStrat month. So you can see how nicely a lot of these things worked. If you go to EW, just an inside month to the upside, and it's exhaustion risk by going into the highs, but it's still working, and you can watch those with the bios, because you got also Goog going inside month to the upside again. Like here, you can see up, sideways measured moves, sideways, and off she goes again, Goog. If we go to DoorDash, inside month, pokes down, rev strat month, back up, and you can see if this is all you did all month, you're doing all right, see? So if you see that, if you go to D-Dog, and once again, inside month, pokes down, boom, stop all these guys out. So far, so good. And then when you can look at something like this on a daily, this is what we look for. Here's your corrective activity yesterday. There's a 2 down. 2 up, 2 down, and boom, then these 2 become an outside bar of that, reconfirming the monthly rev strat. If we go to MongoDB, and MongoDB on the week just kind of stalling out, so just be aware of that, but you are still inside bar, down, boom. I mean, look at the chunks of these moves if you just know what to look for. So look for them. If you go to Lulu Bell, Lulu just an inside month to the upside. Seen some strength and some retail, so we'll see how that goes. With, let's see here, TWLO. A little late in the month, but just starting here. Inside month, pokes down, and boom. So for the rest of the month, over 374, RevStrat TWLO. If we go to SNPS, and this is just hammer counter shooter, 2 up, 2 down, and boom, trying to clear all this. So the magnitude is really just to take this out, but this is an outside month, and you're coming back through it. That's something I want to know about, because that's an old broadening formation, and you're back into it. SNPS. If you go to CrowdStrike, inside month, pokes down, RevStrat, boom, hits magnitude by taking out the highs up here, 251.28. We'll see if there's anything more in the tank there. If you go to Autodesk, and Autodesk is just still inside month. They're not doing too much, but you do have the RevStrat week. Inside bar, poke down, and boom, coming back through there. Keep an eye on that. Shop. And Shoppy on the week here was nice. The 2 down by taking out the lows, and then boom, come back ripping through here last week. And what that does, it reconfirms what? RevStrat month. Inside, pokes down, boom, off she goes. We got this week, the guns picking up some steam here. SWBI, Smith & Wesson, you can see this. These nice Monday, Tuesdays, stuff like that, and that tells you RGR2, so those things coming up. Also some strength in the 3D printers with triple D and SSYS coming up as of right now, so we'll see if that continues. I always look for, when find something like this. The 2 down, not quite a RevStrat, but here on the SSYS, 2471, so you're right there, just at the Twitter. 2-2 reversal month, 2 down, 2 up, over 58.61. Not bad there either. You go to Service Now, and here you're going to see that. Stop them out by going to slight lower lows. Boom, 2-2 reversal on the month here. Over 508.22, trading 546. Not bad. If we go to Moderna, call this the Momo Hammer, right? Anybody got short in here? It's getting jammed this month, right? And if you go to the week, here you can see I had 2 down week, but now it's a reversal, 2 down, 2 up. So we're looking to take this out and have these become an outside bar of that. That'd be 227.71 we're looking for. If we go to Deckers, and Deckers kind of choppy in here, but starting off the week, and you always want to see what the first 2 days look like, because they came in to buy Deckers and then they came in to buy it again, and that's what we want to see. Aggressive buyers, still an inside month for Deckers at this point, but we'll see if we can go take that out. If we get Energy, Fang Energy is still inside month to the upside. We had a nice move in the energies yesterday, but a lot of them are going to be, you got Emerald Haas here, and daily now, just inside day. So a lot of these things just popping up, but still potential inside weaker, so be aware of that. Like I said, the downside, FAS, a lot of these things are just kind of playing back up into some inside weeks here, because FAS had a rough start to this month, as you can see here. Big outside month, stuff like that. Just not seeing too much follow through. Like I said, a lot of these things that have been getting hit are now going inside weak so far this week. If you go to STX, not participating in any tech rally here, and you can see this would be a 2 2-2 down on the month below 83.89. So you're right about there, because if you look at Western Digi, slightly takes out the highs, but now potential outside month to the downside. So you can watch those together to see how that plays out. Palo Alto here, it's doing not much and nothing on the month. But when you come in, you had a strong rally yesterday, and then you see it back off on a day like today. A little troublesome. A little bit more trouble would kick in if you can get through here in this week down here, but below 359.53. We're also noticing some weakness here in the utilities. Not participating here, but just kind of stuck. But on the utilities here, taking out last month's lows, inside month to the downside. And then sometimes you just got to get out. NEO, and here's your RevStrat NEO, but now backing off. And that's why every week you want to reconfirm what you know. Still an inside week, but could come down here and have some trouble. NEO below 43.77. NIU also having some problems here. And you can see this here, taking out last week's lows and 2 down days to start the week. So that's a little rough, right? When that happens on a slight gap down in a firm market. So you can see if there's any more weakness to that. If you go to IDCC, you're also going to see how this thing's just been fading. It's got some distance to do it, but potential outside month to the downside as it keeps falling. And you can see this on the week. You had your outside week, which is a rejection of this buying. And then every time it takes this out, that's still being rejected and coming down. So we'll see if we can wipe all that stuff down here. If we go to JK Solar, one of the few, the proud, the inside week and down. And that was trying here too to go the 2-2 reversal month. But all it was able to do is come up here, stop out these guys, and these guys. And that was it. So here is going to be the broadening formation that you would see on that. The higher highs and the lower lows now coming back through it. So you can watch that with the other solar. So a lot of things we're playing day by day, but understanding that, what these RevStrat months are, as you can see, have been very powerful this month. So let's keep an eye out for those. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Russ from this Mr. Black Channel here at Tigger Talking Strat Attack Shoe.